Assalamu alaikum, dear learners of Malaysian School and College. How are you? I hope you all are fine. I am also fine, Alhamdulillah. And this is Mohammad Shahidul Islam. I have again appeared before you for having another English class for the students of class 8. Dear students, our today's online video class number 11. Dear students, I know you all are very studious and are busy with your studies, doing your CWs, SWs, attending Zoom classes. If you are doing like this, I think you are on the right tracks. And you should keep in mind you are going to appear in the JS examination. So every class, every day is very important for you. I have designed today's class with the help of PowerPoint presentation. In the class, first I will ask you some questions from our previous classes. Then we are going to enjoy today's new class. Okay, let's start today's class now. Dear learners, previous lesson. Our previous lesson was narration on assertive sentence and interrogative sentence. I think you all have learned it very well, and of course um, watched the last video, online video class. From there, I make some question for you. Change the following sentences into indirect speech. The first one for you. The teacher say to the students, today we are going to learn how to change speech. What will be the answer of this sentence? Can anyone tell me, my dear students? Yes, yes. Here is the answer for you. The teacher told the students that they were going to learn how to change speech that day. How I have changed it here? Be careful here. This is assertive sentence and we use told instead of say to, and we connect both the part of the sentence but the part of direct speech with the help of that, because we know we must use that in assertive sentence to connect the both parts. Then we use subject we, that means the person has been changed here, and we know if there is first person, we must change it according to the speaker. Here the speaker is the teacher, so the first person, teacher third person, so the plural number of third person they. And here present indefinite tense are going, present continuous tense are going, so we turn it into past continuous tense were going to learn how to change speech. And here today is at the beginning of the sentence, but we put it at the end of the sentence. And this is the full sentence. The teacher told the student that they were going to learn how to change speech that day. Dear students, I think you have learned this all rules. And the next sentence, he said to them, "Do you know the rules of narration?" Dear student, be careful here. This first one was on assertive sentence, and second one was on interrogative sentence. He said to them, "Do you know the rules of narration?" What will be the answer? Yes, the answer is he asked them if they knew the rules of narration. How we have changed it here? We use asked instead of said to, because we know we have to use asked because we want to ask something. We have a question here, interrogative sentence, so we must use asked instead of said to, and we connect the both parts of the direct speech with the help of if. And if the interrogative sentence is WS question, then we must use WS question as connector. And here there is no WS question, and it is yes no question or auxiliary question. Here do is used to ask, so we connect both the parts with the help of if. We can also use here whether. Then all the rules of assertive sentence are here also. You must use subject immediately after the connector. If they, you here, we know the rules of changing the person in narration. Here you is second person, and second person always follow the listener of the listener. Here the listener them. The them become the first the subjective from they. New, no, do. From do we can know that the sentence is an indefinite, present indefinite sentence. So we must turn into it in past indefinite tense. New. The rules of narration. Yes, they said it's a new topic to us, sir. What will be the answer, my dear students? Yes, the answer. They respectfully said that it was a new topic to them. Why? Respectfully, why should we use respectfully here instead of sir? Whenever you find sir in a sentence, you must use respectfully before the reporting verb or after the reporting verb. Say it is a reporting verb, so use respectfully before here. You can use after say it. That will be also correct. They respectfully said that here this is assertive sentence, so we use that, and subject is it, and it's it is present indefinite tense, so we turn it into past indefinite tense. It was a new topic to them, and here the person us, first person, that means the speaker they, and they follow the objective from them. Okay. Next one, the students say to the teacher, will you teach us how to change it, sir? Again, the question. They make a question here, a WC in yes no question, will. The students are respectfully asked. Yeah, why should we use respectfully for sir here? And then asked, the interrogative sentence we must use ask, and here the listener, the teacher, and as it is yes no question, so we use if. We can use also whether also. He, you that means you, second person follow the listener that means object, the teacher, he. Will turn into would, little the past form. We know shall, will turn into would, may, might, can, could, must, had to, etc. etc. Teach them as turn into them because first person that the students here, students are plural number, so we use them to change it. How to change it? My dear students, I think you all have learned narration, changing narration from assertive, from direct to indirect on assertive and interrogative sentence. Now we are going to learn today's lesson, and today's topic is dialogue writing. You all, we are learning dialogue every year, but we must know how to write a dialogue. That means we are going to know how to write a dialogue properly. My dear students, objective of the class, our today's objective of the class, after having this class, the learners will understand what a dialogue is, importance of writing a dialogue, purpose of writing a dialogue, language of a dialogue, how to write a dialogue. They will understand. This is our objective. And after having this class, what will be the outcomes of the class? At the end of this class, the learners will be able to, what will be the ability? Learners will be able to tell what a dialogue is. Learners will be able to tell the purpose of writing a dialogue, why should write a dialogue, the purpose of writing. Able to use the right language in real life, and able to write a dialogue properly. Dear learners, then we must follow some rules. If you want to write a dialogue properly, then you must follow some rules that will be very helpful to you. Dialogue writing is the main point here. What? That means what a dialogue is. And the next point is steps. What steps should be followed in writing a dialogue? That means there are some steps, proper steps. If you follow those steps, you will be able to write the dialogue. And then example. Here I have designed my class. First of all, we know what is a dialogue. Then we know the steps of a dialogue. Then we have example. What is a dialogue, my dear learners? Verbal conversation. Dialogue is a verbal conversation. Here, it may be happens between two or more people. That means, what is a dialogue? Dialogue is a verbal conversation between two or more people. Okay. Why dialogue is important, my dear learners? Dialogue is important because dialogue is ordinary and familiar conversation. It's our real life matter. If we are talking about, you are gossiping with your friend, you are talking with your parents, with your teachers, that means you are having dialogue all the time. So it is ordinary and familiar conversation. So we should not make our dialogue very hard, very conversative. It is informal. Okay. Then it's easy and natural construction. So our dialogue should be easy and natural construction. We should not fix it in hard and fast rules. Okay, we should make it easy and natural constructions. Okay, my dear learners. Then it will be very helpful. What are the characteristics of a dialogue? It will be very helpful to you to understand a dialogue fully. First of all, it should be spontaneous. And there should not be pre-made or pre-prepared. It's a natural. Uh, Your dialogue should be natural. That means, how can we make your dialogue? How can we make our dialogue natural? And here, using direct speech, exclamations, and questions, make your dialogue natural. That means we must use direct speech and use exclamation and interjection and question, interrogative sentence. Next one, interesting. Your dialogue should be interesting. Whenever we are having dialogue with somebody, if it is not interesting, one side will be quiet. So our dialogue should be interesting, and for this we must make more interesting in the beginning, the opening sentence and conclusion. Okay. Then it's very important part, impartial. It should be partial, and you should be very very careful. The dialogue is not a monologue. It is it is impartial, but that means both speakers should talk here. It's not matter of like that. One is just asking question, another is answering question. Not like that. Both will speak in the dialogue. Next one, concise. Your dialogue should not be very long. It should be brief, because a very long conversation is not liked many people by many people. So your dialogue should be concise. And for making the dialogue concise, you have to use proper language. Okay. Then we should follow three steps. If you want to write a dialogue, we must follow three steps. Here, the first step is imagine. That means brainstorming. You should think about having to have ideas about your dialogue. What is your subject or the subject matter? Your dialogue are going to be happen on one what topic? It's very important. You must fix it. Imagine. Before writing an emoji, you must imagine. It is very important. Okay. Next, the second step, outline. Before writing your dialogue, you must make an outline. That means here I suggest you to use at least 5 dialogues for per speaker. That means if the first speaker use 5 questions and 5 speech, then another one also must have 5 dialogues. And here 5 dialogues, it at least them on matter, on particular matter, not the getting. Okay, not the getting. Then arrange it. Which sentence will come first, then which sentence will be the last sentence, who will start the dialogue, and who will answer, what can be added in the answer. Just like that, you should arrange it properly. it's very important. Then let's have an example. This is our last part of how to make a dialogue. Example is very it will be very helpful to you in this regard. Write a dialogue between a student and the head teacher of a school on issuing a transfer certificate. It's very common dialogue. You have been learning it, I think, from class 5 or 6, and you are memorizing it from your reference book. This is the matter. You are just memorizing it and writing in your answer script and getting full marks. But whenever the subject matter is changed, then you cannot write the dialogue. And if you follow today's all the instructions, I think you will be able to write a dialogue by yourself. You may take help from any source, from internet, from your teacher, from your textbook. It doesn't matter, from even from newspaper. Doesn't matter. But you should make your own notes. That will you look at it. Memorizing is not learning. This is the fact. Okay, let's start. First of all, think about some words about your dialogue. Think about some words. What dialogue, what words are in your storehouse of knowledge? That means in your CPU. CPU, that means in your brain. What type of sentence here? When you think about a dialogue between a student and the head teacher about transfer certificate, I think there comes some words like that: greetings, application, head teacher, student, dues, family, certificate, shift, transfer, permission, etc. etc. Okay, like that, you may gather some word about your subject matter, about your topic. Okay, my dear learners. Then start here like that, student. Good morning, sir. May I come in? That is the just formal. The greeting is formal, but dialogue is informal. You should keep it in mind about this matter. Teacher, yes, come in. What can I do for you? Student, pardon me, sir. I need a transfer certificate from you. It's the middle of the session. What's the problem? My father is a government officer. Recently has been transferred from Dhaka to Khulna. We are going to shift there soon. I'll have to get myself admitted in a new school there. So I need it. Oh, I see. Then you will have to apply for it. You must pay all the dues, if any. I've got the application written earlier. All my tuition fees are updated. Here are the application and the receipt book. Smart. You have been always a good student and your academic results are excellent. I am extremely sorry to miss you. However, I am sending an office order to the office. Meet the head clerk now and you will get the TC at afternoon. You have always been so kind to me. I love my classmates and teachers here very dearly. I'll also miss all of you. Please pray for me, sir. May Allah bless you, my boy. Thank you very much. Stay safe. My dear Nilas, how is the dialogue here? This is the in real life related. You must have it. At least a real life should be applied here, okay? Here, how should you write it? Write a dialogue between a student and the head teacher of a school on issuing a transfer certificate. Here's the answer. First of all, you must write the title of the dialogue. A dialogue between a student and the head teacher of a school on issuing a transfer certificate. This is the title of the dialogue. This is not mandatory, but this kind of sentence may prove you are smart in writing a dialogue. Then Student, good morning. May I come in, sir? Head teacher, headmaster, yes, coming. What can I do for you, student? Pardon me, sir. I need a transfer certificate from you. Headmaster, it's the middle of the session. What is the problem? Student, my father is a government officer. Recently, has been transferred from Dhaka to Khulna. We are going to shift there soon. I'll have to get myself admitted into a new school there, so I need it. This is the dialogue. Here, headmaster, oh, I see. Then you will have to apply for it. You must pay all the dues, if any. Student, I've got the application written earlier. All my tuition fees are updated. Here, the application and the receipt book. Headmaster, smart. You have been always a good student and your academic results are excellent. I'm extremely sorry to miss you. However, I'm sending an office order to the office. Meet the head clerk now and you will get the TC at afternoon. Student, always, you have always been so kind to me. I love my classmates and teachers here very dearly. I'll also miss all of my. Please pray for me. Headmaster, may Allah bless you, my boy. Student, thank you very much, sir. Here you may count here the first one, first pair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 dialogues for per speaker here. But if you think about the 5 dialogues in the middle of, and the first one is greeting, good morning, may I come in, and last one, thank you very much. So we should that's the at least sentence here, and you have no chance to write more sentences in a dialogue. And in JC level, it may there is a limitation of 120 words. So you should not make your dialogue so long. It should be concise. Okay. Dear learners, I think it will be very helpful to write a dialogue by yourself. Let's have another example. Write a dialogue between two friends on the importance of tree plantation. Dear learners, before writing this dialogue, I would like to offer a video clip on the importance of tree plantation. You must watch the video clip very attentively. Then you will have enough information to write the dialogue, write a standard dialogue on the importance of tree plantation. Let's enjoy the video clip first.
Trees are a constant presence in our lives, as we have relied on them for shelter and food for millions of years. Sadly, they are being removed by growing industry and consumer demand at a historic rate. But why exactly do we need them? Let's explore the 6 key pillars of how trees help us and our environment. Have you ever noticed that the air feels fresher in a forest? That's because trees act as natural air filters, absorbing harmful pollutants. This is especially vital in urban areas, which are often polluted by industry and transportation. They can reduce up to 24% of particulate matter around them, cleaning the air and cooling our heat-trapping cities. Trees are also a major line of defense against floods and landslides. Their intricate root systems slow down water's absorption into the soil and help prevent waterslide erosion. A single evergreen tree can intercept up to 15,000 liters of water a year, and in areas prone to dangerous floods, this is crucial. Forests are home to 80% of Earth's terrestrial plant and animal species. A single tree can house hundreds of species of insect, fungi, mammals, and plants. Likewise, trees depend on their residents to disperse seeds, control insects, and keep them from overgrowing, which leads to healthy and thriving ecosystems. Trees are not just important for the environment, but for our society as well. Over 1.6 billion people directly or indirectly depend on forests for their livelihoods. That includes relying on the natural resources as well as the job opportunities they provide. From arborists to loggers and researchers, the forestry industry employs millions. Everyone knows the feeling of calm and elation when walking through a forest. Trees are known to reduce stress and anxiety and protect our skin from harmful solar radiation. They have been found to prevent almost $7 billion in health costs across the United States annually by filtering air pollution and improving our mental health. The air filtration effects of trees add up on a planetary scale. They cool the Earth by absorbing and storing carbon dioxide and converting it into oxygen. A single tree can absorb as much as 48 pounds of CO2, making trees the most effective carbon capture machines we have available. With such a wide array of benefits, it's no wonder we love trees. Fighting deforestation and replanting damaged forests are crucial tasks for the coming decades, both to improve our well-being and prevent the most dangerous effects of climate change.
Dear learners, I think you have got all the information to write a dialogue on tree plantation. There are two friends here. The first one, good morning, friend. Where are you going in this very early in the morning? The second friend said, good morning, in the park, in the midst of trees. Great. Trees are our truthful friends indeed. We must plant more and more trees for our survival as they give us oxygen without which we cannot think of our existence on the earth. Undoubtedly, trees are air filters in this age of air pollution. They reduce 7 to 24% of particulate matter around them. Yes, moreover, a single green tree can intercept 15,000 liters of water per year. Forests are home to 80% of all animal and plant species. They keep balance in maintaining ecosystem also. Right, you are. Over 1.8 billion people depend on the fruits for their livelihood. They provide us with fuel too. Would you add some more information about it? Sure, trees reduce stress and anxiety and protect our skin from harmful solar radiation. Please add more if possible. Not more now, friend, but if we want to save our mother planet from the ongoing dangerous global warming, we have no alternative but plant more and more trees. Here W is in capital letter, but you must write in small letter. Okay. Thank you for the time spending in valuable conversation. See you later. Goodbye, friend. Here, all the information we get from the video clip. You may write this dialogue by yourself using another else information getting from another source. That is your matter, and when you write the dialogue by yourself, making your own construction of sentence by yourself, that will be your dialogue. And it's an example. Here I give you for your help, for your need. Okay, but you must write your dialogue by yourself. And this is the question of your homework. What will be your homework today? Your homework question: write a dialogue between two friends on the importance of tree plantation. Learn and write. You must write it by yourself, taking information from this lecture, and you should follow all the rules here, all the steps here that will make your dialogue standard. And you must submit your SW to your respective teacher. Okay, my dear learners, I think this class will be very, very helpful in writing dialogue in your own dialogue, and it will also be helpful in your practical life when you are making conversation with your friends, family members, classmates, teachers, and parents also. Okay, thank you very much having class with me. We must pray to the Almighty, to Allah, for the reopening of our school. And when once it will reopen, we must have class face to face in the school building. That will be a great joy for us. Thank you very much, my dear learners. Bye bye.